Every Pokemon miniseries guarantees a story from a unique point of view, and Pokemon Concierge is no exception as it takes us somewhere we haven't been before.
Welcome to the Pokemon Resort.
Announced during last year's Pokemon Presents to horrible reception. The live chat didn't care, and I didn't either given my reaction.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
The stop motion animation was seen to me as more of a gimmick, but after watching the 4-episode batch, my tone did change. Our protagonist is Haru, who's recently had a series of misfortune, from being broken up with her boyfriend of 6.5 years and losing a work presentation, just to name a few. All this leading up to her arrival at the Pokemon Resort to fill the position of concierge. She's first met by Miss Watanabe, the lead supervisor, and given her first task, which is to enjoy the resort as a guest. Now Haru, like myself watching, assumes this is a test. I'm thinking Miss Watanabe is going to be in the bushes with a Bulbasaur, marking Haru down for lounging around and taking in the sights, but we'd soon see that's not the case. Shortly after, she'd meet Tyler, who manages sanitation, catering, and a fitness instructor. Also Alyssa, the multi-talented summer part-timer, both accompanied by their partner Pokemon, Pansage, Pansear, Panpour, and Mudkip, respectively. Now let's take a step back. The runtime minus the end credits are roughly 14 minutes. After all the introductions, we're at the 9-minute mark. As a longtime anime connoisseur, the alarms are ringing. Where's the conflict? Where's the mythical Pokemon that's out of control? Where's the mysterious orb that needs to be put back? Then it dawned on me, this is not that kind of show. That feeling of waking up on a Saturday morning with no responsibilities, making breakfast, and wanting something to watch. The series Pokemon Concierge is that placeholder. Just a feel-good, no-stakes, lighthearted story, which is refreshing. Haru's first day ends with an amazing spa night, but embarrassment sets in as she realizes she just fell asleep in front of her boss. So she stays up all night writing this super corporate report on her activities that, for one, Miss Watanabe does not ask for and doesn't respond well to. We see early on that Haru approaches situations from a very office cubicle, water cooler point of view, and that does not mesh well with the laid-back island theme. Just before the credits roll, Tyler's elemental monkeys reminds her of what's really important, which is to make sure the Pokemon just have fun. She then relays that to Miss Watanabe and then gets the stamp of approval. It took a while, but we finally see Haru break away from overanalyzing situations and just be in the present. Now, the last thing on the docket is Haru needs a partner Pokemon. Now, this is one of the biggest missed opportunities in the whole show. If the promos and trailer and the marketing material didn't give it away, Haru's partner Pokemon is Psyduck, leaving no mystery for the viewer. I'm not sure if they just want to get it out the way. The build up to Haru choosing Psyduck wouldn't make for a good storyline. It's just weird that they would make such an important choice this obvious. Now, the selection is a good fit to balance out their professionalism that Haru oozes throughout the series. But as a Pokemon fan, I legally have to complain about something. The second episode centers around these two as we see Haru notice something's off, which leads her to help Psyduck learn to control its telekinesis. By far the weakest episode of the 4, and that's due to how heavy-handed the pairing of these two are. You've got a shy Psyduck who's been on the island for about 2 weeks. Then you've got Haru, the new hire, in need of a partner Pokemon to call her own for work reasons. There is no origin story whatsoever. No natural progression that trainers and their partner Pokemon experience that really reinforces that bond. Haru, we do get a small peek at life before the resort, but Psyduck's backstory is non-existent. Might as well been a wild encounter. Episode 3 dials it up a bit as Haru befriends a Magikarp, who ironically isn't the best swimmer, and after having its floaty stolen thanks to Psyduck, as Tyler makes an amazing observation.
Whoa, psychic stuff.
Shenanigans ensue as Haru tries to recover the floaty, and we even get a Dragonite fly sequence. The floaty is never returned back to Magikarp, but it ends up evolving after being forced to adapt without a safety net, which is probably the most wholesome moment of the entire series. And it even learned Waterfall somehow. But episode 4 is where Haru really shines as she's faced with her first true test as a concierge. So much so, I do not want to spoil it. All I'm gonna say is there's a Pikachu, sledding, and a send-off between the two that reminds you of those mainline series moments with a Pokemon and their trainer that cements a lifelong friendship. There's even a small hint that pretty much guarantees there are going to be more episodes, which was confirmed in a recent tweet by the Pokemon Company. Shout out to Dwarf Studios, who's knocking this out the park with the stop motion animations. There's such a human element that you can sense throughout the whole series. The Pokemon Resort looks just realistic enough that you could see yourself actually visiting, but it still manages to sprinkle in that Pokemon charm that the fans can appreciate. Walking in with your Charmander and having a Lampet carry your luggage while a Dragonite is your tour guide is a scene from a Pokemon series I'd never thought we'd get. But it works. Pokemon Concierge lets you watch a friendly staff and carefree Pokemon take part in various island activities with no thievery, mystical items to collect, or legendary Pokemon to catch. You've got people and Pokemon, and it's amazing. But those are just my thoughts. What do y'all think of Pokemon Concierge? Let me know in the comment section. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.